All right, so we are back, and today I am going to show you guys how to replace the changeover hose on a Dyson DC41, DC65, or UP13, and I think that's almost all of them. And there may be a couple more models. So to find out which model you have, you can remove your dirt cup, and there's going to be a sticker here. And then right above the Dyson emblem, you should see a model number. This one here is a UP13. Now, the common issue, if you are vacuuming and you have essentially no suction and you've checked for clogs, then you probably have a broken changeover hose. So I want to show you where that's located, and then you can check for yourself to see if yours is intact or not. First thing you want to do is remove your filter cover. So you're going to take this ball shell off, unscrew it, and then you can just twist your filter off. It would be a good time to check your filter to see if you need to replace it. These are pretty hard to clean and get perfectly clean, so sometimes it's good to replace it if it's been long enough. This one's decent. Okay, so from there, once we have that filter off, you can actually see your changeover hose. And what this hose does is when you put the machine in the back position, well, when it's in the upright position, right now this is in the upright position, it's locked upright. Your suction is actually delivering, this hose here is delivering suction to your attachments going up this way. And when you put it in the back position, this hose changes over and it delivers, now reroutes the suction down to your nozzle here. And this nozzle I've removed. So, all right, so, and you can see here the problem. See, this changeover hose is completely split up. All right, so we're gonna check, we're gonna change this out. I'm gonna show you how to do that, okay? So the first thing that you wanna do is remove this filter cover. So these screws here are a T10s. We're gonna remove those. All right, so that filter cover, or that filter piece here, just lifts right up after you get the screws out. All right, so next what you want to do is get yourself a T8 torque screwdriver, and we're going to take this little screw out right here, and it's just going to be a small screw. All right, and that comes out. Then you can just lift this up and just slide this, rotate it out of the way. Okay, now what you want to do is go ahead and flip this around, and it's going to actually reveal one more screw on this side. So you can just remove that screw, and that's another short one as well. Then you're going to flip the vacuum cleaner over, and so once you flip it over, we need to remove this screw here. This isn't actually going to the changeover assembly, but it's covering where that screw we need to get to is. So it's also a T10. So let's take that out, and then what comes with it is this little, and it's a pretty long screw here. What comes with it is this little cord. It's kind of a cord clamp that keeps the cord routed in place. All right. Now from there, what you have to do, and you can do this all without having to take this off. So it's just faster for me to do it like that, but you can take this off if you want to have a little bit more room to work. But basically what you can do is you can just push this cord out of the way, and then you can see right where my screwdriver is. You can see the other screw we need to take out. Okay, so move that cord out of the way, and then we're going to remove that other T8 screw. And that's the that screw is a little bit longer, so you can set that aside. All right, so we're going to flip it back over, and now this piece here will slide out of place, and then now you can actually get your hose out. But what you need to do is, now we need to flip it in the upright position and just open up this little port here. If you want, these are a little delicate, so be careful. But sometimes I'll just remove them. You can just kind of pop them loose like that, and just to get it out of the way so you don't hit it, because they can be broken easily. Now, now what you want to do is you're going to get another screwdriver here, and you're just gonna reach down in there. This is the part here you're gonna try to get behind and just kind of pry it out a little bit. So as you're pulling this hose down, you're gonna want to just pry it a little bit and just kind of work it out, and it just kind of pops out. Now, one thing to note is the way that this hose is installed, and look how bad this is. The way this hose goes in, just pay attention here when you're reinstalling this. Up on the top end here, you've got the shorter section here, and then on the bottom side, you've got the taller section. All right, so we're gonna pay attention to that when we're installing this. Okay, and when you're installing it, you wanna make sure this piece here is all the way up. Okay, so first we're gonna focus on getting the this piece reinstalled back in. So hopefully I can do this so you can see it. But you're gonna work it back in place, get it in. And what I'm doing is just grabbing with my fingers and just pulling it up, okay? And this one here just, you know, kind of popped right in, slid right in pretty easily. And I'm just kind of lifting up, reaching inside of there and lifting up to feel it go in. And if you look closely, you'll be able to see there's not going to be a real large gap between the end of this hose and the plastic casing there. So, all right. Now make sure that this little rotation thing here is facing up, and then you're going to install this down. And then you're going to slide the short end over top of that piece there, okay? Now, this one is the one that takes the screw, so you can go ahead and put that screw in, one of the short screws. We're going to do that.
Just hold it in place.
Okay, next we're going to slide this back in place here, just like that. And then we're going to flip it back over and put that long screw in. And a trick is if you do not have a magnetized bit to where it's not going to stay on there, because this is an area where you might want that, is you can magnetize any screwdriver bit just by taking a magnet and just rubbing it on the tip, and then that will magnetize your screwdriver so that it won't fall off. So just very carefully, and I'm going to move that wire out of the way. I'm going to try to just kind of push it out of the way. This tool here will kind of grab it, keep it out of the way, and I'm going to just feed that screw right down in there. Okay. So we got that in there. Then we can go ahead and put this this little cord cover back in. Just push it down over top of that cord. I'm gonna stick this in there, and that will help me line it up. And then put your big screw back in. Screw that back down in. Next, we're gonna hook up the strut assembly like that. Just stick that back on there, and then put your screw back on. Okay, and then what you want to do from there is go ahead and test it to see if it works. So you can pop this over and see if it should flip down and align itself with suction going down to there, and then when you lock it up right, it should lock it and put your suction towards the attachments. Okay, back and forth. So go ahead and put your filter cover back on, and then you are good to go. Okay, I hope this was helpful. If you guys thought it was valuable, then let me know in the comments and hit that like button. Thank you. Have a great day.